I've been through worse, okay? One time I shit myself during sex, okay? I was actually able to successfully blame it on the cat, all right? And still to this day, there's a cat out there that's a very naughty cat, okay? A very poopy cat, all right? Okay, so I've been through some stuff. I gotta drink my breakfast cum. Guys, I drink one of these every day. This is a protein shake. I like to call it breakfast cum just because it's kind of fun. It's not actually cum.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna be honest. I take back every positive thing I said about this guy back in my last video. He fucking sucks. Ban him. Get him off the website. Debank him.
Arrest him!
So Twitch streamers have been through many arcs, you know. My favorite personal arc was the TV meta arc, where everybody just realized they could just watch TV shows and just make money that way. Actually make more money than they would actually entertaining their audience or even just playing video games. I can't stress it enough. They actually called it the TV meta. Like, what? Yeah, once people figured out you could just steal content, like Twitch was just, you know, such a great imaginative place, just full of the best types of streams. It was just the, you know, content renaissance, the golden age of streaming.
Just 8 chances to find America's next master chef.
Okay, I gotta pee. I'll be back in 1 second.
If a judge chooses a home cook to wear one of our aprons,
We become their mentor.
Come in hot. I'm expecting new forms of bigotry, okay, that we have never seen before. I want to hear slurs.
But it seems now Twitch streamers have changed up their tactics and are now adopting doxing haters and trolls as their newest form of defense. It's actually insane. And just like how many people credit Ninja for paving the way for streamers in the future, you know, like being the first like uber successful video game streamer that's like recognized as like a huge celebrity. Apparently when it comes to doxing, he was doing the same shit too, really paving the way for the future. I received a 48-hour suspension for releasing the person's address who donated under the racist name. I deserve this and we'll be back Tuesday. This was posted in 2016, right? So that it's like an old tweet, but it's just such an insane fucking tweet, man. 48-hour suspension for releasing the address of a racist donator? Jesus, man. 500 likes too. And then I just love the GIF that's attached to it. Just a wonderful website Twitch is.
I love little girls.
I've never done acid. I've only done shrooms.
Oh, you gotta come to Joshua Tree next time.
I'm not a fan of that stuff, man. I don't know. I just like
Acid is way better than shrooms.
Psychedelics freak me out. Also, I have a friend who did acid and then he became a neoliberal. No joke. Like he just. So I'm like worried. What if it like my brain chemistry?
I promise.
This other streamer on the internet, he was like on the precipice of like, he used to be an edgy libertarian. He like said the N-word a lot, and then he became a guy who like kind of said the N-word behind closed doors, but like was advocating for social progress. And then he was at the precipice of like being a advocate for social democracy, and then like he did a load of acid and he was like, all right, I love neoliberalism, Nate Silver is my best friend. But whatever, let's move beyond that story. So you're doing.
If you like this video, please subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any future videos.
Just remember, guys, that your favorite entertainers from back in the day all got banned, and now this guy is your new entertainment. Gotta love it. So I made a video the other day talking about Aiden Ross as well as Nadia, the Twitch streamer who was banned for doxing one of her donators who was, donating to talk shit about her. She released the donator's full name and was banned from Twitch for 14 days. However, Twitch changed their minds just as we expected, and just as I predicted, by the way. But she'll pretend to be ignorant about it and probably get her suspension cut short and be back on Twitch in no time. So now Nadia is allowed to just freely roam the platform and just dox whoever she likes as long as they piss her off. What a fucking joke, man. And while most streamers, you know, are smart enough to call this out, like xQc and Asmongold, of course, the little fucking cuck Hasan has to come out here and just have the worst fucking take ever. Take a listen to Hasan's brilliant analysis of the situation.
Like, I think that there is a level of responsibility the streamer has to not reveal this person's information. But I also do think that, like, it's fair game if there is a certain level of involvement where, like, the person is, like, a routine harasser, or a person is, like, super fucking racist, where it is valid to at least reveal some piece of information to say, I know you, motherfucker. I know everything about you now. Because you're basically bullying them. Like you're scaring them.
So if you want,
Yeah, somebody talks shit on you on the donations or whatever, even giving you money, that still warrants just releasing private information about the person, right? I love how these Twitch streamers are able to gaslight their audience into thinking that what they have to deal with in the form of, quote unquote daily harassment warrants like an actual attack on the fucking donator's safety. Who fucking cares if they talk shit about you? They give you $3 to say you have a small dick or whatever. Does that really matter in the grand scheme of things? Does that really affect you at all? If you're sitting there making tens of thousands of dollars, watching other people's content, have the easiest job in the world, so what? That's basically like a fucking heckler if you were a comedian, but even better because you don't have to actually see them or interact with them in person. Like when a comedian goes to do a set or something, or, tell some jokes in the mic or something like that, they have to deal with people in the audience potentially getting rowdy and, causing a disturbance. But when you're a streamer, all you have to deal with are fucking words on a screen in the form of a donation too. They actually it's actually better than heckling because they give you money. They actually give you fucking money to heckle you, to e-heckle you on the internet. But no, the streamer is so threatened, they have to just reveal a little bit of personal information to really, put the viewer in their place there. That makes a lot of sense. The thing is that Hasan is such a cuck too. He doesn't just fully give a take that says, he supports some forms of doxing, right? Because that's what he's saying. But of course, he'll then go on to say in the interview that, no, doxing is actually the worst thing a streamer could do. It's a horrible crime. But at the same time that he says that to try to look, positive towards his audience so he doesn't just come off as like this unhinged power freak. Then he talks about why it's actually okay and why dropping somebody's name isn't actually a dox.
Like I said, I think that doxing is like one of the worst things a fucking streamer could do. I 100% agree with you on that. I just don't think that having someone's legal name in that regard and revealing it in this way is doxing to the same magnitude as like having someone's address and openly revealing that, which is why I don't think it's worth a month. When someone says doxing, though, I immediately think like address. That's why you brought up the example of like someone's address, right? Like because that's the dangerous part of doxing is someone's home address, or the dangerous part of doxing would be finding someone's email, because then you can like access their accounts potentially. Like just by name alone, that's not the issue. If someone knows your name, they just fucking know your name. It's when they find your address that's a problem, right?
Hasan, of course a fucking name is a dox. Any piece of data that can be used to figure out somebody's real information, of course that's a dox. Whether that's a name or an address or a phone number or a social security number. Obviously some pieces of information are more revealing than others. A name is like, I would say that getting your number doxed or your address doxed, that's probably a lot worse than just your name. But your name is still something that people can identify you with. Or at the very least, knowing somebody's name limits a lot of options on who they could be. Now it's a lot easier to use process of elimination to really figure out where somebody is. And Hasan's saying that streamers should do this because it's good to put fear into the viewer.
It is valid to at least reveal some piece of information to say, I know you, motherfucker. I know everything about you now. Because you're basically bullying them. Like you're scaring them.
Fear of what exactly? Going further? Like if I drop their name, I'm supposed to put fear into the viewer that I could go further and release even more information beyond just their name. That's doxing, Hasan. And there's literally almost no situations where that's justified. I'm sorry, but I try not to come off as like a fucking moral loser or whatever and just be like, this is wrong, so don't do it. But objectively, if you're fucking, doxing somebody on the internet because they, said your stream is boring or something in a donation, you've already lost that engagement, because by doxing them, you're proving that it really fucking upsets you and you're willing to do anything to make it stop, which is insane. The worst part is, though, is that Nadia actually got unbanned. Again, I predicted this, and I kind of said that, joking in my last video, but no, it actually happened. And it's fucking crazy too, because if you watch her original video talking about why she got banned, she admits that what she did was wrong.
What I'm saying is I'm still trying to learn from it. I made a mistake, and I do apologize to Twitch, and I appreciate them for unbanning me, by the way. Thank you very much.
So she's willing to admit that what she did was wrong, but then Twitch cuts her a break? Talk about living life in fucking easy mode, man. And as if things couldn't get any worse for the OTK organization, as you guys know, that's Mizkif's group. Other big streamers like Seer, J-Slat, and Asmongold. Esfand is in there. It's a huge group, and of course, as you guys remember, just a few months ago, they were under a lot of fire because Trainwrecks decided to reveal the fact that many of them were hiding sexual abuses that took place within their establishment. We all know about the story like a few months ago with Adriana Lee that it got exposed a while back, but a lot of streamers surrounding the situation, including Just a Minx, indicated that there were more sexual abuses that took place than what the public knew at the time. Well, now 2 months later, we know about another instance. Well, one of the newly former members, Rich Campbell, who has a giant Twitch channel, he just got exposed for, well, I mean, you can take a look at the twit longer. He also came to LA in December of 2021 and asked to see me, but mainly was only asking me to come to his hotel. I said no due to the fact that I was not interested in having sex with him. As the night came to an end around 12 a.m., I Ubered to Rich's apartment in Williamsburg because he asked to see me. We were in the movie theater in his building and talking, and he repeatedly kept attempting to get me to lay on him. I repeatedly said, "I'm not here to sleep with you, and I do not want that." At one point in the theater, he said, quote, "I think tonight is the last time I'm going to ever see you." After trying to speak to him for an hour about our relationship and the awful way he treated me, he just continued to deflect and said there's no reason to talk about it because it makes him feel bad. He said that we couldn't stay in that room and needed to go up to his apartment per the apartment rules. I said that I don't trust that, and he promised me that was the situation, that nothing would happen, and was respecting the boundary that I set. We get upstairs and he starts talking about how hot I would be pregnant. He then proceeded to jerk off in front of me while continuing to talk about how he thinks about getting me pregnant constantly. He kept begging me to have sex with him. I said no. He continually attempted to take my clothes off. I kept saying no. At the end, and I mean at the very end, he rolled me over and put himself inside me and finished unprotected. And that, my friends, is a beautiful story from Rich Campbell, the least rapey Twitch streamer. And obviously because of Rich Campbell's association with OTK, well, everybody is, taking many liberties to demean the entire organization as a whole. Which, of course, the chaotic side of me is in favor of. Except for this tweet. This is fucking psychotic from Keemstar. Pointing out that AB is wearing an OTK shirt on a fucking podcast. H3 Podcast confirmed to co-sign every rape and cover-up from OTK members. Yeah, that's a tweet right there. You want to see something that's going to make you feel fucking small, all right? xQc bet $500,000 on France in the France-Argentina World Cup game. Damn, $500,000, dude. He must be feeling pretty fucking confident, or at least he probably was when he tweeted this. Not much afterwards, though. When the game was at 0-2 with France at the losing side, this motherfucker cashed out his bet to get $5 grand back. He knew he was gonna lose the bet, so he threw his 500 grand away to collect a measly 5K of it back, just so that he wouldn't lose 100% of it.
All right, I took my 6K. I just took it. Yeah, whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. I don't know. Cash out failed. 5K. Okay. You've cashed out 5.5K. I'm done. I'm done, bro. I do that. I am done.
Holy shit, dude. Now, cashing out a fucking bet already is enough for people to ridicule xQc, right? But cashing out when they were at 0-2, when if he had just waited a little bit, he could have cashed out when the game was 2-2 and made a significant amount of his money back by cashing out the bet. No, he had to immediately fucking withdraw and lose $495,000, all while looking practically suicidal in the process of it. Wouldn't be an all URC video if we weren't talking about raping and doxing, you know what I mean? It's just a lovely duo there. So, in conclusion, everybody, of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video and give it a like, and follow me at Twitter on AugieRFC. If you're interested in buying a PC or a laptop, you can check out metapcs.com and use code RFC for a discount. But yeah, man, it's good to see that Twitch, even though they're facing unseen competition before from YouTube and they're losing many of their top players to YouTube due to just them offering better contracts to these people and actually paying them more, it's good to see that Twitch is keeping things as consistent as possible. And I must say, it's good to see that some things never change on the internet. Holy shit.